can't just jump right in. You gotta like build for a minute.
That's
You gotta
even-
like at
I
least
didn't even
wait
wear
for
the
the
panda
thing
hat.
to show up on the thing. So I'm gonna start this. Hi, what's up? That's Taylor. I'm Lou Jack. Welcome to the stream. We were gonna stream on Saturday, but Taylor decided it was more important to mess with this Oculus Rift.
It's an Oculus Quest.
Whatever, man.
I got a bunch of monies together and I got
Like
it
you would have
from
been
a
free
fan.
the next day.
You know,
the next day we
VR.
didn't stream.
I gotta.
Waited till the next day.
Yeah, I should have. I really should have. And I'm sorry. And
It's fine. It's fine.
See,
But,
here's the thing. Here's the thing is that I'm surprised.
Welcome back to the stream, by the way.
Yeah, welcome back to the stream. I'm Taylor and he's Lou Jack,
I'm
and together we're the People
Lorians.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. welcome back to Bingo and the Bird Dog.
Do you ever go back and like watch some of our old episodes? It just like feels so intuitive because it's us.
Yeah, it's great. Anyway, I'm gonna start this episode out with a contradictory statement. Days Gone is a good game, guys. Stop criticizing it. Like
Always criticize it, but accept that it is a pretty good game.
It's a good game. Like if you're gonna critique it, be like
Fair.
Don't be like, oh, it's slow and bugs and stuff.
Okay,
Games
so
get bugs when
I
they first
played
come
through
out.
it, yeah, when it first came out, apparently it had
characters
bugs.
and stories,
Maybe that's
and
why
you're just
people-
over here focusing on like, oh, it drags on and it's slow at first. And
Why is your tongue so thick when
because
you're?
because my imitation of people who criticize
They
Days
just
Gone
have
and call it a
thick
bad
tongue.
game is just like the same voice that I use for the director guy from Phoenix Wright because that's how much I hate them.
Game reviewer, you're allergic to peanut butter. Stop. Bro, I need to find your EpiPen right now. But-
it's a good game, and I just got all of the epilogue cutscenes, all 4. I got the rings, I talked to Ricky, I found Lisa, I talked to O'Brien. Spoilers? I'm not even. No, there are things that you just don't spoil.
what's funny?
It's like
I don't
it's like
think-
epilogue and Batman Beyond.
You know what's
Hashtag
funny?
keep epilogue a
You know
secret.
what's not a
Shout out to Watchtower Database.
You know it's not
for
a
anyone who got that
spoiler, but
reference.
also like kind of a mystery. I don't think we ever see O'Brien's first name. I think it might be on one of the documents.
It's James.
James.
James and Weaver have the same first name.
James O'Brien.
Yeah, O'Brien
James
and Weaver.
Weaver?
James Weaver and James O'Brien.
And they're both named James.
And they're both named James.
And they don't get paid.
Asian businessman on a ladder. And one of them's gay.
I told you there was a bug in the script. Summon up this Asian businessman on a ladder.
Alright, next question. Are you the gay one? Wait, there's a gay one? Skip that one?
I guess that confirms which one. I mean,
They never confirmed.
unless the person doing the intro was lying.
Possibly. That's why they were like, wait, there's a gay
We
one?
might never know. They never really explicitly.
No,
say.
but they do have an Asian businessman on a ladder.
They do in fact have an.
We're talking about World Doctors, by
We're
the
talking
way.
about World Doctors.
Mondo Media, shout out to them.
You're welcome, and also I apologize.
Dude, Dick Figures and Ninja Sex Party and Game Grumps all just kind of like came to me like at once, because like this was before I started watching Game Grumps, before I really started watching any kind of Let's Plays, because at the time I was like, why would I watch a game when I would rather play it? That was like my mindset at the time.
Yeah.
Until I actually started watching Let's Plays. I started out with like Markiplier, who then was like, hey, go watch PewDiePie, and it's like, nah fam. But I mean, Game Grumps are the kings of Let's Plays. But like, because like I watched Dick Figures, right? And they had a theme song, and the theme song was done by Ninja Sex Parties. And I was at the time I was just like, there's a band that exists called Ninja Sex Party,
Dude,
and that is the most amazing thing that I've ever
You know,
heard.
it'd be really awkward
And then
if
and then I started watching Game Grumps, and then I found out that Danny was Danny's sex thing, and that was Ninja the Sex Party, and it all came full circle. I was like, oh, my heroes.
it's neat. Also, don't listen to the soundtrack before you watch the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, don't
They
do
say
that.
this. They say what happens in the movie in the song at the end of the movie. So if you listen to the soundtrack of the movie first, you're just gonna hear like a bunch of stuff that happens in the movie.
Right. I'm gonna say another contradictory thing. I actually don't hate the DMC remake, the Devil May Cry.
Oh, you've been playing it, so you got
Yeah, I've been
some
playing
personal
it.
experience.
I mean, obviously the original is better.
I haven't seen the original. This is my only.
You had 4 Devil May Cry games, and then the DMC remake, which was like kind of rude and obnoxious to like people who enjoyed old Dante. It was like, yeah, old Dante was dumb and you're stupid if you like it. That was kind of like the energy that went into it.
Okay.
But like, well, that's what I've read anyway. But honestly, playing through and yeah, there is that scene where he like has a white wig and then he's like, nah, man. And I was like, yeah, okay, I see what you did. You're incredibly stupid for it, but I get it. Didn't make me laugh, but I got it.
I just
But, like,
realized that's also a Capcom game, isn't it?
Yeah, but like playing through the game, I like actually don't hate it. And then the 5th game came out and was like, hey, DMC never happened. We're just going back to like
Make a crossover of Phoenix Wright and Devil May Cry. It's called Devil May Plead.
But yeah, I actually don't hate DMC. I think it's like really funny. I don't think it's like a good game in the sense that like it measures up to the originals. I think it's just good in the fact that it's just entertaining to play through. Like,
Yeah,
you get to that succubus, and you have, like, a swear-off, and then you go and watch the
shout at
Spanish
each
version
other.
of it, where it's modded to have, Man, I saw a Spanish version of that scene, and it was just, like, Dante was modded to have, like, a Spanish mustache, and it was just, like, how do you say it? Kete Fudan or something? It was just like, Kete Fudan, Kete Fudan, Kete Fudan! Oh, it was amazing. That demon swear off with the succubus was like my favorite part of the game so far.
If you know anything about,
Part of me kind of wants there to be a sequel to it, but I want it to I want them to
wouldn't it
exist
just
as
be
separate
a remake
universes.
of the
though.
second game, or
No, it would be like a sequel. What I think would be neat is if they were established as like 2 different universes.
Yeah.
So it's like here's Peter Parker and then here's Miles Morales.
You know, I brought, dude. So going on in the same vein, I saw a playthrough of the campaign of.
Also full disclosure, I haven't actually played the 4th or 5th game yet. I'm going to after the remake. The remake was there, and I needed a break from Days Gone, so I was like, I'll play this shit.
I saw a playthrough of the campaign of Mortal Kombat 10, and I was like, huh, that was actually like a lot more like interesting and detailed, and had some good, fun character moments. Like it was like acted like a movie. Like it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't played any of the Mortal Kombat games, like any of the PS3 or PS4 ones, but like I did watch all of the cutscenes for like 9 and 10 because that was back when I didn't have a PS4.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm never gonna play these games, so I want to see them.
So we're on the same page then.
Yeah.
Well, like. And then in Mortal Kombat 11, I'm not gonna like spoil anything for it, but like,
was, I think, on PS3.
But I love how they added the detail of like the. Dude, I was in a.
Yeah, I know. I was wrapping up what I was saying.
Oh, sorry. I thought you.
No, I was going on. I had a mini tangent. Continue. No, I was like, I watched them because I thought that MK9 was also on PS4, like MK10, but then I looked it up and like MK9 is only on PS3, so I was under the impression that I was just never going to be able to play them because I'd never afford a PS4, and then my friend helped me get one. We like split the bill on it, and now I'm looking back and I was like, I could have played MK10, and now I'm probably just going to go play 11 and 12 instead, or no, yeah, 10 and 11 instead. I could have played the 9th one, but I probably won't now, is the thing that I'm trying to say. But what were you saying?
In MK10, it's basically like, I mean, the journey itself is amazing, but like the premise of the Mortal Kombat universe, the like someone's trying to basically like literally reboot it, like change the timeline itself, and they're like, hey, you can't do that. And they're like, you think this is the first time I've done it? And you get just to get a bunch of glimpses of all of the other Mortal Kombat games, including like the movie. Not like a clip of the movie, but as in like this, like just scenes from other games where it's like, oh yeah, the ziggurat with everyone like dead on it, that like scene thing. But I was like, that's fair. That means that you can take the best parts of those and be like, there, that's canon.
So it's just basically just DC Comics doing all the Crisis stuff.
Yeah, it's just like I've rebooted the universe many times because many of them were very silly.
Everything's retconned and canon all at the same time.
Y'all were turning each other into
out.
Animals and babies. It was really dumb.
And
then you had T. It was way off brand. I had to reboot it. But yeah, that was.
Dude, that's kind of a thing.
It's like a solution to their reboots, basically.
Dude, that's actually like kind of a plot in Fables. Like, it's been a while since I've talked about Fables, but basically we figured out that all the Fables were created by this dude called Kevin Thorne. He's something called a literal. Literals is like a race of beings that have existed since like the beginning of time. And the first one was the pathetic fallacy, who like makes things come to life. And like he had 2 sons, and then those 2 sons went on to have like a few daughters, and it was like a whole thing. So you just have like this little chunk of like literal people who just control the laws of physics.
All right.
And like Kevin Thorne, he writes things. He writes and they come to life. So he wrote the universe into existence. So he wrote all the fairy tales, but he was mind washed by his brother because he was too powerful and was unchecked. So he had to keep him like brainwashed and under tabs in order to like keep him from rewriting the universe. But then he got his mind back and was like, fucking Big Bad Wolf is married with children to Snow White now, and like Cinderella's a fucking super spot. Geppetto was a tyrant.
What happened to my character? What happened to
was
Giuseppe?
a tyrant.
I meant him to be the maker of Pinocchio. He got replaced by this Geppetto guy.
He's like, no, I don't like this. I'm gonna destroy this universe and remake it. And so it was like that. He was basically just like, everything's off brand. I'm rebooting the universe, and everyone's like, no. They eventually stopped. They found a way to stop them, and all the literals lost their powers. But it was very much just a sort of like, everything's off brand now type situation.
What happened to Giuseppe?
Giuseppe's God. Giuseppe's dead.
He's
been written out of
a flash of the ziggurat, a flash of Mortal Kombat 2, a flash of Giuseppe making a wooden toy soldier. The darker timelines.
I need water.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna get some water too. By the way. Yeah, no, I was on a whole spiel of just about Mortal Kombat and how it was surprisingly plot filled. And
yeah, it's very good.
We're back with the Ace
I like
Attorney.
Kung Lao. I like Kung Lao, and I like his cousin, Kung Jin, I think.
No, Mr. Lao is my father. No, okay, so I made that mistake again, where I was, I didn't watch the tail end of the previous episode to recap.
Because
that's a good idea. You never do that, but
I
always
do that sometimes. I have done it a few times, but like mostly I
feel like I'm the
load up the game so I can see where we're at, and then I'm like, oh,
the
here's what happened.
recap guy.
Because like if you just look at whatever scene we're on, you can kind of fill in the blanks. Like it's not that hard to remember. I mean, not for me anyway. October 20th, 10 a.m. District Court. District Court Room, no dot for.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Oh right, yeah. I just remembered because I watched it the other night. Du Bois came out of the woodwork, and but then Gumshoe saved us.
Wait, what? I don't remember that. What are you talking about?
You don't remember the boys?
I remember the boys. I remember you saying the boys a lot, but
yeah.
I don't remember anything about what.
Oh,
dudes. Was it when like
the
Gumshoe
guys
showed up? Oh yeah, Mafia guys.
The enforcer guys.
And then Gumshoe came in like,
he's
hold it there,
I heard
pal!
everything. So, I think this might be the final episode of this case.
Well, it might be if we keep it going at a good
pace. That's our personal goal this time.
Yeah.
Let's see if we
you
can
gotta get that Seto Kaiba voice going.
I already do. I'm all graveled up. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial. Seriously, no new game plus or extended overtime.
We're not doing any more investigations after this. Like, I'm so done with this kid. This is the third time we've been in this courtroom. I've got kids that I've been neglecting. I've been trying to spend time with them. Well, I'm done after this, okay? If this court is not adjourned by the end of this session, you're getting a new judge. I've got a life, I've got a family to go pay attention to.
Besides that, it's just in his internal monologue. I hope both of the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence.
You all right there, Judge?
I hope that you don't prevent presenting divisive.
Did you have like a little
divisive and decisive evidence?
Judgy boy, you okay there?
My mustache feels heavier today. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement.
Do you need a minute to collect your thoughts there, Judge?
In today's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2. In the Studio 2?
Do you need a minute
trailer.
There, Mr. Kaiba?
Sorry, I didn't see the word trailer there. I was like, why are they in the Studio 2? Present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Sorry, I had some problems with my mental kerning,
Yeah, no, I get it. Well, it's weird because like
I'm a lawyer, not a graphic designer.
Well, it's weird because like English is a language where a lot of words can mean way different things. So like it's all about context, and if your brain creates a different context, and then you're like, oh, I'm confused now, and then you have to like reanalyze the whole.
It was found in the Studio 2 trailer.
Right.
Because it's the subject. Okay. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well.
Edgeworth seems a bit off. Now I'm doing it. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. I think we as a court collectively need to just take a minute to all get our individual thoughts together.
You may call your first witness, Mr. We should do those vocal exercises, honestly.
Yeah.
Aluminum, linoleum.
Linoleum. Stacy must die. Did I ever tell you about that?
You may call
like
your first witness. Your first witness, you may call. You may call your first witness. I'm already jumping over the rails here. The prosecution calls a Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day.
Love presents.
She's still smoking.
She's smoking in the courtroom.
She's still smoking.
You think Edgeworth is gonna be like?
She can't not smoke because she doesn't animate it. She wasn't animated without being smoking.
Do you think at some point Edgeworth is gonna be like, madam, there's no smoking in the courtroom?
I hope so. Just so we get a different animation.
Right.
Will the witness state her name and occupation?
Lee Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios.
Bring it up just a little bit.
I am a producer for Global Studios.
Thank you. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2.
As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must
pontificate.
What the fuck does that mean?
I think it means bantering. I think it means using a lot more words than you need to.
Barry, edit that definition in on the screen.
Yeah. you know, if we had like a collector's edition version of this series, I just get together. You and me get together and just edit that on.
Yeah, right. Just edit all of it. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Oh, you didn't like that.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
The judge always has this look on his face like he just heard like the most obscene thing, like, oh, is that what the witness has to say about this situation? Well, I never.
The phrase I would use is, "It's looked like he put too much trust in a fart."
Please just be a fart. Please just be a fart. Please just be a fart.
I apologize to everyone at home. Let's get back to justice. Concerning the day of the murder. Oh, yes, it's James Bond.
Oh, did you read that already?
Concerning the day of the murder.
Guess
testimony, give it to the court. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Do it.
Right. I'll make her pay $10 bajillion. Meh. You can't see it, but I'm doing like the Mr. Evil
He's doing the Mr.
thing
Evil
from
thing. Yeah, but you didn't do the accent.
Jones.
You gotta be like...
Not Osmosis Jones. Austin Powers. Why did I say... I'm just picturing like
You know that
Osmosis
villain
Jones
from
doing an
Osmosis
impression.
Jones, Dr. Evil?
And it's just like, I would have $1 million, Mr. Commissioner.
I call him mitochondria me.
I call him Cold Pill.
Dude, I love the. I actually do kind of dig the idea of a world where like the body is like a city and your cells are like people, and when you take medicine instead of like doing a specific chemical thing, it's just like a little bottled superhero.
Yeah, but let's all just take a minute to think about the fact that Drix is a cold pill and was supposed to disappear, and he just didn't. So the whole time, Frank just has like a cold pill hanging out in his system that's never gonna leave, which then got sucked into a mosquito and transferred to a kid named Hector, which is where the TV show takes place.
Yeah.
Let's just think about that for a minute.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
he's just got like a foreign cold pill floating around in his system.
Is that the same with Ozzy?
Yeah, Ozzy was there too. Well, it's Ozzy and Drix. They both have
Well,
to
as
be
in,
there.
like, I'm guessing they both got there the same
Yeah, they
way.
both got sucked up and like taken and then like
Spat out
flew
by a
around.
mosquito.
Yeah, but by a mosquito.
It's extra weird looking back on it because, like, I remember there was I remember seeing a bit of an episode where like they're like, eat cereal, it's got vitamins and nutrients, and he eats cereal, and then the vitamins are like just the like Avengers, like they can like build bones and muscles and stuff, and I'm like, that's really neat and all, but like cereal's not that good for you. I mean,
I remember two things. There are three things that I vividly can recall at this current point in time.
Yeah.
One is the lady white blood cell, like just in general, her as a character. I don't remember what her name was, but she was cool. And there's a scene where she's like with Drix, and Drix is like baking a cake, and he has like an egg beater that comes out of his thing. And it's to like cure Ozzy because he's got some parasite baby thing or something, or maybe that was a different episode. I don't remember.
the less you think about the actual like economics of the body
just
itself, the
don't
better it
think
works.
about it. But they're doing that, and she's like, "Why would a Kobill have an egg beater?" And he's just like, I've often wondered that myself. He just has an egg beater attachment.
I remember that,
and like, there's an episode where Ozzy gets pregnant with some evil parasite thing. So those are the three things I remember from Osmosis.
That would probably be some kind of virus, right? Because Ozzy is supposed to be a white blood cell.
Yeah, I guess. I don't remember. Oh, and the mole.
Over...
That's the other thing I remember.
What?
The mole.
The mole?
He's like an actual mole. He just shows up, gives them information, and is like, "Now I must vanish mysteriously. That is my way." And then he like leaves, but he like trips on something on the way out.
Why would a cold pill have an egg beater? Why do we have hands?
Yeah. You deal with a white blood cell here.
Weird bit of lore that I remember. The police chief, although he looked like a white blood cell, he was actually a muscle cell.
Really?
Yes, it's how he was so muscly.
I had no idea.
I remember it was brought up when like there was a thing that was attacking the town and it was messing up white blood cells. And it's like, oh, how did it not affect you? And it's like, I'm a muscle cell, kid. I'm made of sterner stuff.
That's awesome.
I was like, shouldn't you be like another color though? Like more of a pinkish, reddish.
Oh, that is weird.
Like
anyway.
A fleshy, meaty color.
Read the thing.
If she's skilled. No, that's your line.
Well, oh yeah, that is my line.
Phoenix.
It shows her, so I think it's your line. It's confusing.
If it was my line, I'd be reading it.
Look, man. We're picture association, all right?
What makes me a good voiceover guy? If I was a bad voiceover guy, I wouldn't be sitting here discussing it with you.
Are you Scottish or Irish?
Scottish. I was doing the demo man thing.
I thought you were trying to be Shrek for a minute.
No, it's the demo man. It's like, what makes you a good demo man? He's like, if I was a bad demo man, I wouldn't be sitting here discussing it with you.
What the fuck's a demo man?
He does demolitions for military purposes.
Oh.
He's a sapper.
For point. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. I want to make a joke there.
Every time you set up a joke, I think of the Incredibles theme for some reason. Just da 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 da.
Wow! The day of the. It's like my theme music for every time I'm about to tell a joke.
One stray spark, one pinch of potassium nitrate, one errant twitch, and kaboy! Alright, yeah.
I entered the trailer. Oh, wait, what the fuck is that voice? I entered the trailer, a little before noon.
You know what your accent reminds me of? It reminds me of that one accent in Skyrim that I couldn't place, where it's like only a handful of characters have it, and it's like basically there's like 3 subsects of like Norse, and that's the third one, and it has a lot of ra in it.
Ra.
Yeah,
like a lot of rolling R's.
So most of the folks, they'll be like, oh yeah, I refined this metal, but there's one kind of person who's like, I refined this metal. Like it's a little sharper sounding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
Huh. Neat. I'm a Skyrim character. Well, I mean, it's fitting with her outfit.
Yeah, put that in the comments if you can figure out if there's like a name for that dialect.
Yeah.
Or at least if you noticed that as well.
Right. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4.
A 4-hour meeting.
There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. Puff, 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 puff.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. And it's just like he jumps up and then like slaps the desk and he's got something to say. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you. Take you where?
The van.
There's a van at Studio 2. Did he carry you to the van? Oh, had him take me and not. I thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey's head.
Well, how did they get there if the monkey's head already knocked over the tree?
Man, are you trying to create logic in a Phoenix Wright game? They ain't even mentioned the pant size.
But the pant thing does check out because it was what's his name and who was, I guess, slightly shorter. They never mentioned it, but it still checks. It still worked.
It's still dumb that they don't talk about it.
Oh, it's so dumb that they didn't talk about it.
Makes me mad. Phoenix, you are a terrible lawyer.
Is there an extended cut where it's a secret extended cut that's slightly better? And in this case, it mentions the pants.
They're too long.
You just get to skip the entire old bag chapter because you're just like, okay, here's your leg length, and all right, yeah, you're not gonna fit there.
Yeah, right.
Well, either that, or I don't know if she was tall enough, but she definitely wasn't like thick enough to be the person in the picture. So yeah,
she wasn't thick enough.
Yeah, all things considered, it actually made a lot of sense that it was Jack in the outfit.
Yeah, I mean, it was never going to be old bag.
It was never going to be old bag. It wasn't going to be the kid. No one else.
It could have been Penny.
I mean, Penny has been wearing a hologram projector this whole time.
Oh no.
All right.
I thought it might be. Oh, I read that. Van added to the court record.
I see.
Is your beard heavy? Like, are you ever just walking down the hall and you're like, ugh.
Only when it's wet.
Like he's holding his beard up. Just like, I'm so tired of it. It's like when I was in high school and I had like a 10-pound backpack. If your beard is
heavy, you lack the neck to bear a beard. We all make sacrifices for beauty. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, dude. I was at.
You know what they say? Beauty is pain.
I was in elementary school, and we went to a pool party, and this one kid with like really curly hair popped out of the water, and his hair was just like soaking like a giant sponge, and he just said, "Gather around the good stuff," which was like a Pizza Hut thing at the time. And for some reason, I found that hilarious. And looking back, I don't know why. Like, it was just that specific moment.
Gather around the kids.
Especially because that's probably not even what he was talking about. Just, I was like, ah, yes, the water. He has the water receptacle built in.
Wow.
This is the final battle. Nick, let's do it. Yeah, usually the music kicks in right about now.
I don't know. Oh,
there we go.
It needs like dramatic pause for the bold red lettering that pops up. Okay. What evidence do we have?
Okay, so no, but doesn't my logic totally works? Is obvious enough that it makes sense that there's no way that she could have, or why would? How could she drive how could they drive the van out of there if the head had toppled the tree?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
The tree toppled later. It's still something to clarify, even if it's not solid.
So I had Cell take me. Wait, where would I say that at though? I was fatigued, so I had Cell take me? There maybe?
Was that before or after the break?
I don't know. Let's press here. Hold on! You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, no.
Just Archer. Crazy.
Crazy! I just like to imagine
Go back to your coma arc, the third one.
Go back to the space one.
He was in 3 different coma arcs.
Yeah, that was weird.
I still haven't gotten to the third one.
Dude, it's good. The space one is probably
so wild. How like they really did the production team just get really nervous about trying to patch up the the answer to how is he gonna get out of a coma, and so they just added another coma arc.
Yeah,
and then another one.
And then another one. They're like, wait, we still haven't figured out how he's gonna still be alive, so we're just gonna do another coma arc
instead. That's the one
instead.
moment where the coma theory is completely legit and dumb. It's like, did you know that this entire season of Archer was him in a coma? Yeah, it was set up by the show.
Yeah, that's of course it was.
As much as I love changes in setting and timeline and stuff, it was kind of odd because they didn't get back to it until much later.
Yeah. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. I like to imagine that in situations like the last one where it's like, it means what I said, and he's like, oh, yeah. I like to imagine that Edgeworth is just over there like, how the fuck did he become a lawyer?
How do lawyers argue without crying?
Meeting began at 12 sharp, it ended at 4, I guess press that. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one.
Well, what's his name?
Come on, let's talk a bit more about that.
The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Oh, hold on. Stop interrupting the testimony.
He was so mad that he had to bang the table twice. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Just edit in.
Oh! And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears.
It sounds like he's losing health every time.
Oh man!
I'm pretty sure,
I want to make this another reaction picture. Save that for a reaction picture.
What kind of killer uses a samurai slap?
What kind of killer uses a samurai slap? Still one of my favorite lines. And what exactly was that? I've forgotten.
Half samurai, half bass player. The samurai slapper.
Maybe you could try remembering? No.
Nope. Oh. The meeting I was reading in my head and then realized.
I'm staring at you over here
Oh, right, I gotta read this aloud. The meeting ended at 4 o'clock p.m. and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5 o'clock. I would think it was in between those times.
You would think. You would think, Edgeworth.
I would think
Fuck
with my
you
brain
with your
meats.
stupid brain meats. Come on. All you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth.
It's good to state the obvious for the record.
Yeah. I was fatigued, so I had to press that, I guess.
But
did you have a specific thing you wanted to press?
I was just gonna go back to the whole thing about if this was. She said that she didn't want to walk there because the head had crashed, but how do you get there in a van if you can't climb over it?
Yeah, I know. I pressed her on that,
Okay.
and it accomplished nothing.
Oh.
I mean, I think that's what I pressed her on. I pressed her when she was like, I had something. I mean,
No, you clarified that statement. I was
Yeah.
talking about the next one. So, well,
okay.
yeah.
Hold on. You had Sal.
Well, no, we did that.
Wait. Oh, you're right. That's what you were talking about. Yeah, I did clarify that. What it?
Okay, at 2:30 we
What
took
the
a 15
dialogue box isn't there. Like, if you get a look at like the rest of her outfit behind it, it's really weird.
Like, you don't see how the sleeves and the shirt complement the
Yeah.
scarf thing?
Yeah, it's neat. It's a neat outfit. Man,
Yeah.
I would cosplay this character.
Yeah, I can see that.
At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting.
Except the upper arms and the chest aren't bare. It's actually like a mesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk.
Don't hit your chest.
It irritates me.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah, Mr. Wright.
He's just in the back like SpongeBob. Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
Meanwhile, the Clone Saga back there is just like, yeah.
The Clone Saga!
Carrots and peas,
the
carrots
jury.
and peas. Yeah, that's what I've heard it's jury, because look at
Clone
the...
Saga. It's just the Clone Wars
I
back
think
there.
you made that joke.
No,
when we first saw them.
I said something like that.
You were like,
but
dude, it's like the Clone Saga.
Maybe I did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Everybody
you
go
did.
back, find that joke.
Barry, edit that out.
I don't, yeah. We'll have to edit that in.
It was a 15-minute break. What is up with my throat right now? Can't stop coughing. Sunday, T-bone sticks on the table in front of the trailer. You know, for some reason I pictured her being more vegetarian type.
Yeah.
Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal? No, I mean someone else. One person is enough.
But you're having the lunch. Wasn't everyone having the food at that time or something?
Yeah, no. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak, is that a hint?
We know at
Do I
least
have
one person
evidence?
who did eat a steak,
Yeah.
and we know. Wait a minute. Hold on. If there were two steaks and Sal had one and Will had the other, then it would not have been her.
I don't know. Read your line.
Well, Nick, find anything? I found something really cool under this desk. Some kind of.
I found a nickel.
You found a nickel.
Found a nickel for Penny. I'll give Penny nickels a penny
There's
and a
some
nickel.
gum under there. It's actually.
Gum. It's like rock hard. It's like weird rock hard gum that's just stuck underneath the desk.
That's just poor maintenance right there.
I kind of wish she'd said a little more.
It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere.
Wait, but do I have proof of the steak thing? Wait, no, I didn't mean to press that. I wanted to go back. Whatever. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in the... Oh, I read that already. Okay, I gotta go back.
So did she?
Into the trailer. Oh wait, no, that's the beginning. Okay, so I gotta go to the end, I guess, of her testimony.
Hold on. She said. Did she say that she was taking the break by herself?
I don't remember. Selenite, T-bone sticks. This is where I think I might have some kind of evidence. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because we know that Will ate one of the T-bone steaks, which means he was either there at a different time, or he was there. He would have been there and would have been able to say that they're there.
Should we show her the steak plate?
Yeah.
Can I? There we go. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak, but I say you did not.
What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this.
It's a plate.
Look at this plate. Isn't it neat?
Look at this plate that I just found. When I say go, be ready to present as evidence.
Dude, that was nice. High five. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind.
Hey, you want our fruit snack?
Yeah, throw me fruit snack. One of those things, yes, please.
A large bone was left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak?
Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare! Yeah. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the... this
kind of murderer uses
of...
T-bone bone?
What kind of murderer doesn't eat a T-bone steak? This game is just full of amazing lines.
Maybe she saw hyena.
Oh no, I'm gonna eat these fruit snacks now. Love fruit snacks. A moment, Your Honor. I require a short break to consume these sustenances in my mouth.
Approved.
Sorry to anyone who hates the sound of chewing. I think I know how. You ate the bone. You ate the bone too.
You ate the bone too. You ate a boneless steak. You didn't eat the steak.
Part of me kind of wants to pick the one where she ate the bone.
You ate the bone. Can I give that steak boneless?
Boneless.
I'm gonna go with you didn't eat the steak.
Well, I mean, obviously that's what it is.
It would have been funny if it's like, you ate the bone, or you ate a boneless steak. Oh man, I think that would undermine us though, if it's like, oh, you just ate a boneless steak.
Yeah, if you say that the steak is boneless, then it's like, well, fucking, what argument are you trying to make for yourself here? You didn't eat any steak during that break! You took your desk and threw it... Desk?
Your desk?
You took your steak!
Stop pounding your hand on the steak. He's tenderizing the desk. Write that down.
Write that down. It's just SpongeBob and Patrick. Write that down. Write that down.
He's tenderizing the ground.
You took our steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's you.
Ah, I see. What was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Murder? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Picking on salmonella.
Picking on salmon.
Dude, I'm always down for picking on salmonella.
Well, look, you can't get salmonella if you throw it in the incinerator. Alright, meeting the Steel Samurai.
Meeting the Steel Samurai? Probably. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai! Carrots and peas, carrots and peas, carrots and peas.
Order!
I'll have the orange chicken and fried rice.
We've done that joke! Overruled!
Yeah, but I love orange chicken.
Are you saying?
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands!
Mr. Wright! Isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Mr. Wright?
Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating.
And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez.
Good luck, Nick.
Is that a thing you can say in court, ominously? Just be like, you and me, we're having a battle of wits now. It's just like...
I mean, I guess.
It's just like
I thought it was sort of why we were here, but okay.
Let's have a battle of wits. Pulls out like 2 glasses and fills them with a drink. Fills each one with a drink.
Oh.
I can clearly not choose the one in front of you.
When you said that, I imagined the thing where it's like you have a short wide glass and a tall thin glass, and it's like, which one contains more? Like that was the battle of wits.
I can clearly not choose the flask in front of me, because it is too lanky and long.
However, you are not a great fool. You know that I am not a great fool, so I clearly cannot choose the girthy glass in front of you.
But I know that you switched it when I wasn't looking.
So I can clearly not choose the thin, tall glass in front of me.
I said flask when I meant glass. I don't know why I said flask.
Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the the samurai spear.
Close enough. It was good ad-lib.
Yeah, it was ad-lib.
We're allowed to ad-lib here in the world of Phoenix, right?
Yes.
Yes! I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? You had some kind of leverage. I think you could. You couldn't, could you? Fuck, I don't know.
Hold on. I mean, we already know she's got guys, so I don't know why we're saying that she personally had to do it. Like, her dudes were huge.
Yeah.
And the fact that they could just pop up in and out of existence means that, yeah, they could have easily...
They
could have
like
easily just popped
superpowers.
up, stabbed the dude, and then dragged him over. I mean, all things considered, they're probably the only guys who would have been able to move his body over to Studio One.
Yeah.
I mean, it all fits together, really.
Yeah, but I don't... That's not the option.
The trick is that they have to eat very non-crummy food, so they don't leave any evidence that they've been eating around the place.
So, first one or second one?
I'm gonna say... I'm gonna say...
I think she could have if she had some leverage thing going. I feel like she was probably in a...
Yeah.
I feel like it was circumstantial.
Yeah. So... That and, I mean, I was gonna say, oh, what if he tripped and fell on the fence thing, but the fence thing's already bent, so it would have bent another part of the fence thing.
Right.
Probably.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. That song used to be way more racist, which was the thing that I learned in high school, and I was like, what? Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. My grandpa taught me about that.
But did your grandma tell you which the very best one was?
Yeah, it was, Walking Dead, because that's like her favorite show. That
it all
Game of
comes
Thrones.
full circle. Man, I am. This has really stumped me because we know. Okay, we got the red bar things, so we got to be careful.
I think you could have done it, so I could clearly not choose the one that's below, but I think that you have guys to do it, so I could clearly not choose the one that's above.
How could I possibly use this? I'm gonna say you couldn't, could you?
Alright. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning...
You got goons.
The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? Oh, you picked right!
Oh, just like stab them with the fence.
I don't know.
Look, they had the ultimate weapon. It's the fence that if a zombie touches it, it dies. Infinite damage.
Imagine if the pathetic fallacy came in and like brought it to life. It's like you have free will now.
No, it's just the ultimate weapon, and it's just one of the was it the brute, or what are they called? The brute, the tall zombies with the melee weapon things.
Wait, from what?
Dying Light.
I don't remember.
A brute, except.
Oh, do you mean like the big giant dudes?
Yeah.
Weren't they called like demolishers?
No, not a demolisher. They're the ones I'm talking about. The ones with the
Oh, they have like the rebar thingies.
Yeah, the rebar things.
Rebar. Oh, fuck.
I think they're called brutes.
Brutes.
Yeah.
Brutes or heavies or something. I don't know.
The brute, except he's just got a. It's just a weapon made out of the little like.
Out of the fence.
Fence stuff. Yeah, it's just made out of fence stuff.
It's just
instantly. It just insta kills anything.
Just instantly shreds everything. It's like
the ultimate weapon.
It's like what was his name? Kisame's shark sword thing from Naruto.
Yeah,
it doesn't cut. It destroys.
But still, just.
Oh no, man.
What is the meaning of this?
Well, Kisame is a character from the show called Naruto.
Spear was found lying next to the victim's body. Well, yeah, he was carrying it.
Yeah. Yep. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai
I can prove that the samurai.
Not...
Oh, look, I'm reading your lines. How silly of me.
Cat. Your Honor, I'm getting sick of your games.
I was on the screen.
Getting sick of your mind reading here.
Next, you're going to say, "Oh my gosh, it's Joestar."
Oh my gosh, it's Joestar!
Uh-huh.
Get out of my head!
And next, he's going to make the credits roll early.
Roll credits.
It just cuts the credits. That'd be a good gag. I don't know if they did that or not.
Oh no.
All right, hold on.
That the samurai spear is not used as
Go to the left, cause I think I know what you're looking for.
Should you show him the samurai spear?
It's not the samurai spear, cause you said it's not the samurai spear. You know what it might be though?
What?
I'll give you a hint. It's sharp. And it's static. It doesn't move. It's stuck in the ground. And it's killed a man before.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
What?
What do you mean?
But I haven't.
Wrong, Mr. You were about to say something stupid.
Stop reading my mind, Judge. If you can read
minds now.
If you can read minds, then why don't you just read the mind of whoever did it and just call this case a
It only works on the defense attorney.
Don't you have a family to go spend time with or something?
I ain't no cerebro.
But I haven't said anything yet.
I know you well enough by now to know you're going to present the wrong evidence. Oh my god. What do I... Hold on. So we're not... Okay, so we're not presenting the fence.
The Fey blood. The Fey blood.
Okay. Well then... Okay, then to present the spear then, I guess.
What the fuck?
Clearly...
Say your line.
Oh, sorry, right. I can sense it too, with my Fey blood.
With
my
a
Fey spawn warlock.
Okay, so I picked the wrong evidence. Enough with all the sensing. Right, okay, here's the real evidence.
We cracked up all the sensors.
Oh my god. I guess just jump the spear.
I guess we're showing, please?
I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon.
Pretty clean.
Oh, it's clean, huh?
I was gonna mention, like, I figured...
Like there's no DNA on it or anything?
Well, as in it should have been, like, kind of a lot dirtier. Or it should have been a lot bloodier if it, you know, stabbed through someone. So the fact that it wasn't never noted as being, like, at least dirty, I was like,
Yeah.
But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. It's just that, what was that commercial where he's, like, blocking all the shots and he's just like, not in my house.
Oh man, what was that? It was... I remember it, but I don't remember what... Oh, was it one of those Geico things where it's like, does X block shots?
Something like that, I think.
No. It's like, ooh, I'm gonna throw this paper ball into the garbage, and he's just like, slams it out of the way. No.
It's like a little kid with those, like, toy basketball
things.
Yeah,
just slams it.
Not in my house!
Not in my house!
Oh.
Not today. That was beautiful.
Was such a good commercial. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run though.
Have you ever actually seen an ad on YouTube that was so good that you actually didn't skip it?
Yeah.
I think I saw one that was by Headspace, which is funny because I already have the app. I just haven't gotten around to using it.
Right.
It's important for stuff. And I was like, oh, that was relaxing. But yeah.
Huh.
Unless something's like really particularly interesting, I'm like, come on, get out of here.
Headspace is a thing about meditation, right?
Yeah. You got your own place now. You're meditating. I only got the app. Well, this is an important first step.
It's the first step. Is there a new episode?
I don't know.
We should check after this.
I can check while you're doing the thing.
Yeah, but someone fixed the sphere. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape.
Actually, I'll check after the stream.
Either way. Now tell me, what kind of a murderer uses a... Sorry, I did that line already. I'm just really stuck on that line. This is such a good line.
What kind of murderer uses a sumo slammers?
Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? What does the clone saga have to say?
Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
Mustang.
Think about... be ready to interrupt me. Think about what you're...
Silence! I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard.
Bro, his health is at like 2% right now.
Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? Oh, that's Vasquez. It was Sean Phoenix. Picture association! It's like the one thing that I would change about this game.
Oh, just like, maybe add like a color or pattern thing on the name tag?
Yeah, something. Are you even aware of what you're saying?
Oh, like add the little head icon in the corner when it's not.
Yeah,
you.
like they do in comic books.
Well, as in they do that in a lot of like JRPGs, where if you're talking to someone and they're off screen, you see their little head in the corner. Or whatever.
Yeah, in a lot of comic books, like if there are multiple people talking off panel, they'll have like whatever their symbol is.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I like when they do that, but with the narration boxes, so it's like it'll be like Batman talking to himself, and it has a little bat thing in the background.
And his box is always like that dark gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm more of a bluish gray, I think.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Some kind of gray.
I don't remember comic books.
It's definitely some kind of gray.
I don't know much about a comic book.
You don't know Batman, you don't know Superman,
you don't know Obama.
You don't know Obama. What the fuck does that even mean?
It's just something that like Aaron said during the sequelitis or whatever episodes. It's just like, you haven't been around the block, you don't know Obama.
Dude, I loved his sequelitis videos. There was some good stuff.
So,
if the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell, what was? One of your magic popping out of nowhere goons, obviously.
It's a goon knife.
Goon knife.
You know that guy with his hand in his coat? He didn't have a gun, he just has a knife hand. Like Boozer.
He's like Boozer from Days Gone.
I got a knife hand.
Yeah.
It's really good at stabbing stuff. Really bad at opening doors.
Really good at stabbing stuff.
That's why
really
you should
bad
have
at
like a knife hook kind of thing or something.
I like that Boozer has like these different attachments.
I like the stick shift one because it's like an ice cream scoop.
Although I wish they could figure out some attachment to give him so that he could ride his bike again. Because like, how cool would that be?
Yeah, I mean,
Trying to think of what you would use though.
Good point. I mean, theoretically, you could use you could try to modify a bike so the gas intake is by the foot instead of the. And then that the left brake is the rear brake, so you don't.
I was thinking maybe they could give him like some sort of clamp attachment, so he would just like attach it.
Oh, and you could rotate his arm a little bit.
Yeah,
it would have to be pretty sensitive, but yeah.
How was Hammer killed?
If y'all got prosthetics in the comments, go ahead and tell us.
Yeah, slide into that comment section.
You ever rid a motorcycle? Can you? Have you? Would you? Such a thing could be made more accessible through technology?
That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty cool. I mean, I think the foot idea is one of the best ones.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
just switch the rear brake with the left side, and then you switch the.
Yeah, but I still feel like you would need to have some kind of attachment to your hand, if nothing else.
Oh,
just
so
hold on to the bar.
Well, yeah, it'd be like a Lego hand.
Yeah,
you just kind of snap it on.
Like a Lego hand.
Yeah, you just kind of snap it on there.
Snap on. Click.
Like an action figure. I don't know, something like that.
Something like that.
It's just to give you balance, yeah.
Yeah. You gotta read that line.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you done dithering about mechanical hands? You tell us what the weapon was that was used to kill Mr. Hammer.
I love the idea that he's just going on rants, and the judges are like, why are we talking about mechanical hands? Were we on a murder trial?
It's just that video going around on Twitter where it's just like a sports camera zoomed in on like two people, and someone's just like talking to them, and the other person is just like nodding and listening. Have you seen that meme?
No,
like
but
people take
amazing.
that and they retweet it, but then they just like put like Kingdom Hearts lore, just like long form Kingdom Hearts lore. Well, you see that this guy was actually created out of the Heartless of this other guy.
Man, dude, I was watching like an Outside Extra video, and it was like, I think her name is Ellen Rose or something, and she was like, it was like something about horrible mentors, and they were talking about like Kingdom Hearts, and they're like, yeah, see, he's after the Kingdom Hearts, which is like a place, but sometimes it's like a force that, you know, I don't have time to get into it. The point is that Xehanort is a horrible mentor. Outside Extra is fun, and Outside Xbox.
I gotta say, what was so here's the big mystery is like you in Kingdom Hearts, once you learn the whole like people in Organization 13 usually have like their names scrambled from an old life and then they have an X added. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, but that means that I start not trusting people with X's in their name. Because like imagine meeting someone named Alex, you'd just be like,
is your name Alex?
Fry from Futurama.
What's your Not sure if nobody or actual
just
person
regular
with real
person.
Name.
Yeah, like you meet someone like Xavier, and you're like, that'd be really hard to spell without the X though.
Right. It's like E. It would be like ECS or EKS XX.
Yeah.
Maybe XEX.
And then you meet like Sam.
Xavier.
Then you meet like Sam's, and you're like, okay, well.
Well, you're clearly a nobody.
Okay, no, I can trust Max though, because otherwise they'd just be Ma, or Am. Who names their kid Am? Twist, they really were part of Organization 13.
Oh man, dude, to understand Kingdom Hearts lore is to understand the Word of God, and you just become like a golden
I had a very similar joke, which was like, it was like lecture 101 lecture on Gnosticism and early mysticism. Like 2 hours, and then it's the next lecture, Kingdom Hearts lore part 1, 5 hours.
I hear that there's DLC coming out for the third game in like 7 days or something. At the time of this recording, by the time this is on YouTube, it'll already have been out for like months.
Yeah, by the time that this is out, it'll be out for like 713 over a half days or something.
Kingdom Hearts jokes, we got them. I can tell you. Would I make a claim like... Oh, would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I've suddenly turned into All Might from My Hero Academia.
I'm afraid your confidence... I'm afraid... Hold on. I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well. Let's see this murder weapon then.
Hits him with the murder weapon. Ah, I've been murdered! It was the monkey head! Maybe, I don't know.
Now, for those who don't know about this, for those who don't understand how sharp a ceramic knife is in the jury, we've got this guy from the infomercial. And he's like, look how thin I can slice this tomato. Now imagine that's like, I don't know, like a human finger or something. Seriously, sharp stuff.
Oh god, what was the murder weapon then?
steak bones.
Did he run him over with the van?
But why would he have a hole in him, though?
I don't know. Did the monkey head fall on them?
Dude, if the dude, we moved the bush and the monkey head has like a big spike on the side of it for some reason. No, I think it was probably the fence. But you know.
All right, let's try the fence again. Look at this photo.
It does not make me. Oh. No, don't.
Whoa! Oh, that's you.
What's this? Why, it's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Rhubarb, carrots. Order!
Order 66.
If I cannot have order in this this trial will be suspended.
Excuse me, I just burped.
Wait, hold on. What happens if they suspend the trial, but it's on its last day? Does it just disappear?
I don't know. It reaches statute of limitations, something. I don't know. Something statute of limitations.
As a side note, that reminds me. There was an RPG that was like that, where it wasn't Traveler, although a lot of people know Traveler. That if you can like take damage during
Traveler's Tale.
You can get damaged and like scarred in your early career as you're advancing your character, like as part of their backstory. So it's actually possible to die before you finish character creation. Because it's like, oh, and then you were in an industrial accident and you died, and it was like, oh, okay. Oh. But there was a game like that where it's like, oh yeah, if you roll it's like if you roll this character, then you might like die during character creation. But there's another one where like if you but you can't there's like a set of you can only roll like 3 characters, and they're like, so what does this rule mean precisely? Because like you roll 3 characters and like then you just can't join that game group anymore. Like, can you just not play this game? Are you banned? It was very bizarre. You do run into like folks outside of the tabletop, like the more like weird, obscure tabletop scene are probably going to be like, oh, I'm certain that they meant something a little more specific. But you'd be surprised how some like when some people write up rulebooks for games, they'll miss like weird stuff like that, where they'll be like, yes, and please play this setting without here's a setting I made, and it's an alternate history, except it's exactly the same, except everyone is a dog person.
Oh,
like,
cool.
So that's neat. Do they have like dog powers? Yes. And that didn't affect like history at all? Nope. And also if you die 3 times, you cannot play the game anymore. I will find you. I'll send an angry letter.
There will be a very strongly worded email coming your way.
Precisely. Just.
Hey, I see you're trying to play this game. Stop!
Stop! Dude, I bet that's a thing. That's probably a thing that could happen in like Harry Potter. Like you could actually make it that like a game destroys itself if you like mishandle something.
That'd be neat. Read your line.
Mr. Wright.
Yeah? You don't have to shout, I'm right here, Judge.
What's all this, then?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios.
What does this have to do with the current case?
Something happened to your voice there, Edgeworth? That was something weird there.
I got something on my...
What's up with your leg?
I don't know.
Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it. See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? See how he's fucking dead?
What? Are you saying...
Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Excuse me. Has happened again.
Mr. Wright, continue.
It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jackhammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago.
Was the dramatic pause for that really necessary? Could have just fitted the rest of
I've
that
got a
into that
kerning
dialogue?
problem with my brain. I'm a lawyer, not a graphic designer.
Graphic designers.
Not graphic designers.
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it?
Isn't it ironic?
Isn't it ironic?
Don't you think?
It's like rain on your wedding day.
It's like rain on your wedding day to the Egyptian sun god Ra.
The only thing ironic about that song
It's
is
like
that
when you're
there's
stuck in traffic on your way to get an award for increasing traffic flow throughout the city.
Dude, the only thing ironic about that song is that there's not a goddamn ironic thing about it.
That's why I like the parody version. That's like actual weird, like dramatic
Yeah.
irony.
Ho ho. Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing stuff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio One, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio One and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15 minutes break? How could I have disposed of the body? You have goons!
You have goons, though. Yeah, well, you can only get through all this stuff because you got goons that do whatever you say. No, I don't. Now take Ollie out of here. Whatever you say, boss. Why are his goons purple and greenish colors?
Man, I don't know.
It's like they came out of a catalog for extras in Ed, Edd and Eddy.
Because it's circus themed.
I guess, but it's not like instead of wearing like clown masks or having clown makeup, they're all just kind of weird shades of grayish purple.
I don't know. You're lying.
The break of the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. The jackhammer had been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio One and placed inside his costume. There wasn't enough time.
When you run out of time, then where does it go? Is time even real? Does anyone know? Let's go on a journey. A journey
it's such a
through
good
time.
question in the middle of such a weird presentation.
Yeah, it's God, that was such a weird. Don't hug me, I'm scared. Is what we're talking about, by the way.
It's not for kids.
It's not for kids. Don't show. It's a puppet show, but don't show it to your
It's
kids.
not that kind of puppet show.
Don't be like that asshole parent who like takes their kid to see Deadpool thinking it's a superhero movie, not paying attention to the fact that it's R-rated, and be like, "Oh, you said fuck way too much."
Did you know that there's a PG-13 edit that was released in theaters for a short while?
Are you serious?
You didn't know about that?
Why? Oh wait, is that the
It was
one
a
where
big-
he's like kidnapped the dude?
He kidnapped the
Kidnapped the dude?
who was the actor, who was
Yeah.
the kid in
Yeah.
was it Home Alone?
I don't remember.
No, not Home Alone. It was the kid in Princess Bride.
Oh, that
And they
guy.
they perfectly recreate his room from Princess Bride.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
never
so
saw
long.
that, but
and
I
he's reading, and it's Deadpool reading from the big storybook
Yeah,
that's supposed
yeah.
to be his own movie.
Dude, I never saw that, but I'd like to.
And it's kind of wild how it's like, I'm glad that it came out in R and then they had a PG-13 edit, because like, then you can sort of compare and contrast, and the real funny thing about it is how you can tell what stuff they really had to like skip over and stuff with the PG-13. Like some of it was just done digitally, so it's like, hey, remember when we added like a bunch of blood squibs during like when this guy was shooting?
Right.
We just didn't add those.
Right.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
She couldn't deal with it. I bet she could move it. She had another way. Yeah, you know that
Let's
one.
say it another way.
You want to do that one?
Okay, let's see. She couldn't deal with it. Yeah, another way. I mean, if she could drive with the van, then she could just drive him over there in less than 15 minutes in the van. Drop him off. I mean, if the goons are there, sure, but as in she can definitely move.
So, another way?
Yeah, I'm gonna say another way. And then present the van.
Yeah.
Because the van was in our evidence, so it's definitely a thing.
Yeah. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance, actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright? Please show us how she carried the body. The van is there to carry the...
Knew it would be for something.
Oh, I was going, Wait, hold on. I thought that was a They Might Be Giants song, but I think it's a Bare Naked Ladies song.
They might be giants.
Yeah, which one did Stand? Stand in the place where you live.
I don't think I've ever actually heard any Bare Naked Ladies songs, but I have heard They Might Be Giant songs.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
the Bare
not
Naked Ladies
intentional, it's
might
just
be
because-
giants.
That's not intentional, it's just because I had a friend who listened to it and they introduced me to it, and I had no idea that Bare Naked Ladies even existed.
Ah, okay. What about They Might Be Giants, though?
Well, They Might Be Giants is the one that I know because a friend was into it.
Ah, okay. So you have opened a little birdhouse in your heart.
I have the birdhouse. It's in my heart. I've got the nightlight on. I've got the nightlight on. Not too.
I don't have any more jokes for it.
You are the only bee in my bonnet. I assure you.
And then, dude, I've always wanted someone to make a meme of that line where he's like, "You are my best friend. Maybe you're my friend. You're not my friend. I'm not actually your friend."
Yeah.
Like he just de-escalates. I want that, except connected to like a video. So it's like I don't know, a cat close. It's like getting closer to another cat. And it's like, I'm not actually your friend.
I'm your only friend. I'm not actually your friend, but really, I can't even remember how it all went.
Me neither. But just the escalation plus a cat that's being more wary of a cat.
Yeah. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it! Yeah.
And if the van plan can do it, so can you.
Sorry,
Okay.
needed a minute there.
Yeah, make sure your mic is usually pretty good in these. I gotta make sure my mic is like right up against my face.
Yeah.
Because in some of the episodes I'm not like loud enough.
Sometimes I have to like make like disgusting noises with my esophagus, so like put my mic up so that it's muted.
Well, that's fair.
Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. You unfortunately do not have that advantage because it's not. It was a headset that my sister found in her room, but
Right.
the way it works. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate's costume.
Hold on, Wright.
Yes, I am right.
Don't forget, it was Salmonella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator?
No, I don't think it was. But maybe
I
he
feel
was.
like she could have just driven the van.
Excuse me. He was the conspirator, but really he wasn't a conspirator, but he was the bestest conspirator, but actually
He
he's
wasn't
not.
your conspirator.
No?
Why isn't he actually his friend, though?
I don't know. But he is!
How is Triangle Man so powerful, and why does he keep getting into fights?
Dude. It's all about Universe Man.
This is expanded They Might Be Giants lore.
Universe Man just comes up and it's like, hey, Triangle Man, quit being such a fuck child. It's just like
Really? That's where we're going?
like the succubus from DMC. You fuck child!
Like, I guess that's a phrase that you could use.
Well, that's what she said at DMC.
That's what I'm saying that you are saying. That she's saying.
Best part of DMC, hands down.
But you just started it.
Well,
there could be an even better part.
It could be an even better part. What could it be? How good?
Well, I don't know. I haven't played it either. But you just started it.
Oh yeah.
How could you know it's the best part of the series?
Well, because I mean, you're not going to top a freaking swear off against an ugly succubus monster.
It might happen again though.
If it does, I will be delighted.
Okay. So, I'm not so sure about Manila. I'm not sure if we did or didn't. Are you suggesting?
So no?
I'm gonna say.
Yeah?
I'm gonna say this.
Look, man, the worst thing that can happen is we lose like 2 bars of patience.
I'm actually gonna say he was, because if she was like, "Hey, we're gonna dispose of a body," he'd be like, "Okay, I guess."
Yeah.
Because so far she had a pretty iron grip on everyone. So.
Yeah. Of course, Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Ms. Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood.
Oh, and they could have incinerated it.
They probably turned it in that burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? Oh, I don't like that.
I don't like that.
No need.
Smoke bombs.
You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright.
I think I proposed this like a handful of episodes ago, but the idea that like you're getting really far into a trial, and then like they do like a military takeover of the court and the like villain style, like they get airlifted out, and then the next mission isn't a legal battle, but it's a regular like action adventure thing. You have to go hunt them down and then bring them back.
Phoenix Wright also just happens to be like handy with a gun, and he's just like going around like, I gotta get them back.
He takes a shot at the helicopter, and then it lands in a field full of dinosaurs or something. I don't know.
What is this, Tomb Raider?
I just remembered that. I saw the video. It was like, oh, and this connects all the canon lore of Tomb Raider, which means, at least in the original trilogy, it was canon that Tomb Raider hadn't just like found all these artifacts and stuff, and that these like spiritualities were real, but also that dinosaurs had still existed.
Yeah.
And she went and shot a bunch of them.
Yeah. That was the thing that happened. Dude, you think that Tomb Raider's somehow connected to Dino Crisis?
Dino Crisis or Turok?
I don't know what Turok is. I only know Dino Crisis.
Me neither.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
I lose. You win. It was fun. I win?
She's probably got some kind of plan to bust her out.
I don't know, maybe.
She's like, oh, I concede, and I'll go to... I just need to make sure that I go to, like, one of those really low security prisons, you know? One that looks like an office building.
So, what happens next?
What happens next? Well, a new screen shows up with an even bigger legal case. Don't question.
And then another lawyer shows up, and he's got an even huger lawyer case. I mean, a massive lawyer case. Just a real big heaping pile of bagambadong.
Lawyer. Nihongo.
What was the name of that video? I don't remember.
I think it was. I think it was just called.
Plot?
Yeah, anime plot.
Just
so I got this
plot.
new anime plot.
It's like this video, and this guy's describing an anime plot. And he's like, "All right, I got this idea for an anime." So basically, there's this girl with huge boobs. I mean, just massive honkadongaros, and he just.
And it evolves into what sounds like a Japanese character
Yeah.
Like someone making up something that sounds Japanese but is nonsensical.
Yeah.
So it's like Nihongo Dangoros.
Yeah, and then like at the end he's like, and then you won't even believe what. And this another girl shows up, and she has
What
even
happens next?
bigger slam magadada honga donga.
Seekonda Hondoros. Oh, I gotta.
That's a great video.
I'm looking up lyrics to Birdhouse in Your Soul so I can figure that out.
Yeah, do that. Don't me or me, whatever that was. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? Didn't she already say that though? She literally said, I lose, you win.
The chord record?
Chord record?
There it is.
I just said that. What? Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez. So it was you? It was you? You killed Jack Hammer? Okay.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Who can say?
Uh,
Are you sure I did it, Mr. Wright? We just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether.
well, when you redefine proof, if you redefine proof like that, then like I wouldn't have to be a defense lawyer at all.
Yeah, right.
It would be like, yes, you had the means, motive, and opportunity, everything, but we're really not sure if they were.
I mean, did this really happen though?
Did this even happen?
Sure if
Is
it happened.
time real?
When you run out of time, where does it go?
Is time even real? Does anyone know?
Let's go on a journey, a journey through time.
No. It just becomes one of those me turning the song lyrics into a TED Talk. Let's go on a journey. A journey through time. Okay. The time that's happening all the time, wait for small chuckles in the back, it's time to go to time.
Everyone's just like a collective gasps. Oh, how's that? Time. It's
Like cobbles and chimneys, a simpler time.
You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What?
I missed the line.
No.
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? What did she say?
What?
What did she say?
What did who say? Vasquez? Oh, you missed what she said.
Yeah.
She's basically like, oh, you have no proof. You have no decisive proof.
Of course, it's as the witness says.
Friggin' tap your finger on your arm at me, you conceited
Certainly it does
Victorian
seem
looking.
very likely she did it, but there's no proof.
Really, Edgeworth? Edgeworth isn't sure.
So here's my question.
Question of the day.
What did the kids see?
Didn't
Also, we haven't even brought in Gumshoe. I feel like we should have just brought him in first and foremost. Be like,
Oh, yeah.
I heard
Yeah,
that she
so
was
there was-
trying to have this guy killed.
Yeah, there was definitely mafia goons when I went in there. I like busted in and there was like all these mafia
And let's
dudes.
make no mistake about why these giant guys were hiding in the rafters.
They just appeared out
I
of
noticed
nowhere.
that why would I have giant guys hiding in the rafters? Look, I don't have to speculate because I noticed that you set up some saddles up there so they can hide up there for long periods of time for dramatic purposes.
Speaking of time,
Is time even real? If you run out of time, where does it go?
is time even real? Does anyone know? We gotta get through the.
We gotta keep going. Look
we
at
gotta
the time.
finish this case.
Look at the time.
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. Urgh, what do I do now? You did it, Vasquez. Testify again, Vasquez. No further questions, Vasquez. Testify again?
I mean, I don't know. We still got the kid and Gumshoe, and I don't know.
I'm gonna say testify. I'd like you to testify again.
Testify again?
know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said it all. Said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time.
We've already done that. We're in a time.
Damn.
You think this isn't the first time we've had to restart the timeline?
Do you even know about digital style?
Look in the evidence box. Oh, look, nothing.
No, shut up, phone.
Bruh,
shut up, phone.
Don't set an alarm at 10 o'clock
I
when
keep
we're always
forgetting
streaming.
to turn it off.
Yes, you can.
I didn't say I can't. I
We can
said
set
I
it
keep
to
forgetting.
10:05. It'll be
well,
fine.
it's already past now.
Set it to like 10:10.
I will.
10:15, something.
Well, next time we stream.
Professional streamers right here.
You forgot to.
Yeah, I forgot to. I'll do better next time. Oh, I hope my grandma got her shot. I'm gonna have to ask her when we're done here. Make sure she got
Her
it.
shot or a shot you give to her so she can give it to the cat?
It's just a shot of vodka. Blah. No, she has like a shot thing that she has to take.
Alright.
To come so far, only to fail.
I mean, we tried so hard. We came so far.
But in the end, it didn't even matter.
I put my trust in you.
Oh, that's you.
Man, some coffee could really wake me up inside right now.
Wake me up inside.
You don't say the lyrics. You gotta let it simmer. As it seems,
You just jumped from Linkin Park to Evanescence.
It's
How do you feel?
I don't. Oh, I didn't have any lyrics for that one. Well, what I'm saying is, if you're gonna wake me up inside, just wake me up when September's ends, okay? Which is a song that a skeleton would probably sing.
Spooky, scary.
Think about it. They're like, hey, we gotta wake me up when September ends, because then it's spooky time.
Right?
As it seems, there are no further questions. I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez.
Objection!
Oh, what's this? A wild Edgeworth appeared.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? You shouted. I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. 1% health remaining.
I fucking love Edgeworth.
He's like Sonic with like one ring.
Edgeworth is like my favorite character in this game.
I see. Very well. Man, this judge has the most patience.
Yeah, seriously.
Your Honor! I request the witness testify again.
You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness.
I just want to hear your testimony again.
Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Church is over here just like, man, nothing makes sense anymore. This is like the third time we've done this
I
trial.
really hope that this is like another twist and not that like we messed up like 10 minutes ago and then we're just trying to circle it back.
Oh god, I hope not.
Oh no.
Can you imagine that?
We're stuck in a
It's
time
like the most
loop.
elaborate you failed game over mission.
That's the thing about you, Morty. I never go back to the carpet store. Edward, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed, verily I say, ergo, I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body?
After they found the body.
After they found the body.
After they found the body.
They found the body.
After they found the body.
They did surgery on the brain. Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Witness will testify to the court of owls. Look over, it's just a bunch of people with owl masks.
No, it's just a bunch of owls.
Phoenix is like, oh no.
And they're sleeping because it's just daytime, so kind of irritated.
Yeah, they're just like, They're just trying to stay.
Those who have seen the Mothman perhaps do not know just how large owls are. Have you seen an owl?
Dude, I actually saw like a couple of owls at Reed Park once when we were doing a break at work.
I heard that's like one of the main what's the word? Like that's the easiest way to get a false positive on a Mothman. Is they're like, well, it had these massive wings and these like glowing eyes, and it was like, how large do you think owls are? And they're like, this big. It's like, oh no, much bigger.
Right.
Go wider.
Are we talking about like Mothman from Watchmen or like?
No, like a Mothman of, I think, Jersey. Folks, tell us in the comments what region Mothman typically
is that like an urban legend?
Yeah, it's an urban legend.
I've never heard of this. I only know Mothman as like an earlier superhero character.
He was added in he's actually added as a monster in Fallout 76 because it's in the, was it Boston area? No, it's Boston area. The Virginia?
GTA has Bigfoot. Fallout has Mothman. Everyone's got to have their own monsters.
Wait, what has Bigfoot?
GTA has Bigfoot.
Oh.
Do you not know about that?
Yeah, and Payday has mysterious background aliens.
Well, but GTA also has that too, though.
Yeah, and Watch Dogs has and I didn't even know this. I played through Watch Dogs 2, and I didn't even know there was an entire, like, mini quest where you can find a series of, like, mad writings by people who investigated, like, this demon, but then went crazy, and you can find all of them and you become like an avatar for the demon.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, it's really bizarre and weird, but it's cool. And I was like, how did I not find this? Like, I looked all over, I did all the little side quests and
Sounds
stuff.
like something you do in Goat Simulator.
It's oddly enough, it's got a similar feel where your power is to, like, squish people into a ball and then they disappear. Except because it's Watch Dogs 2, it's actually, like, way more terrifying because everything else is realistic.
Right. Oh man, I can't wait to play with the Watch Dogs games. I just got them like a little bit ago. Along with Saints
By the way, Assassin's Creed Origins confirms that the Watch Dogs guy killed the Abstergo guy.
Yeah, Watch Dogs is legit just modern day Assassin's Creed, which is amazing.
Yeah, the one thing that they have to fix that I always bring up is in the world of Watch Dogs, like, Abstergo is a thing, but so is Ubisoft.
Really?
So my whole thing is, okay, so in the Ubisoft universe...
Ubisoft is the ultimate bad guy?
My prevailing theory, and I might have mentioned this, like, many episodes before, that my prevailing theory is that in the world, in the Watch Dogs universe, Ubisoft does exist, and it does make Assassin's Creed style-ish games, but they're just regular 2D or 3D ports of Animus games. So instead of being like full VR, like headset brainwaves,
it's just like
regular
game.
video games. Yeah, they just make ports of the existing game.
Dude, you're blowing my mind right now.
And on top of that, it goes a little deeper because the thing is, this whole time I was like, wait a minute, why does Abstergo keep making Assassin's Creed games if they're the bad guys in their own story? And the thing is, the cover art would have you think that way, but but like in the universe, Abstergo is supposed to be making like pro-Templar propaganda, where they like deliberately edit, like, I guess, cool moments for the Templars, not the assassins, I guess. And a lot of the levels and stuff you're playing is just people trying to dig up interesting moments during that era, and ending up finding out secrets about the Templars.
Right. Oh, dude, you're blowing my fucking mind right now. It's amazing. Did you read that line already?
The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth park his car
on my
sandwich?
Her head just explodes.
No, her bead things explode.
Her bead things explode? No, her bun. Her hair bun. It's just like pop.
Me waiting in line, me walking down the grocery aisle. Wow, look at this idiot with a man bun. That's so dumb. Turns around, he's a samurai from the Tokugawa era. Oh no! Oh, I love that. That's an old tweet that was recently just like rewritten and posted again. I was like, I swear I've seen this joke before.
Nice. Who knows? He probably realized she did it too.
But zooms out. Phoenix Wright just has a butt. Another As If movie reference.
Yep.
Wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? I mean, he'll get a guilty verdict on the person that he's
prosecuting.
He's helping. Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets the right guilty verdict on the person who was guilty.
Yeah.
It's fair enough.
Yeah.
I feel like. Oh, sorry. After all that, I was thinking about steaks. I was busy thinking about
Edgeworth.
Hell
yeah. I was with Silent Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady Oldbag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issues raised by this testimony.
Could really go for a T-bone steak right now.
I have an extra robe pocket for steaks.
Oh, full circle.
Stands up and you just hear like a weird meat squish sound. Why did you add that sound effect?
I had to.
And it cuts to just a live action shot of just like someone in a dark editing room, and they're like, "Oh."
Look, man, I just do what I told. He's
right.
the boss.
Who's the name of our fictional editor? I think we were just.
I was just saying Barry because of Game Grumps, but like.
Remember when we used to have a podcast and we had a fictional
person who would come up and he would be like, he would just actually everything.
No, well, we had two of those. We had one that would constantly a fictional person that would come up and correct us about things.
Yeah.
And one that was the
fan
manager or the editor or something.
I don't remember.
It was like the manager who was like.
I remember one of them was named Jake. I remember that there were two different names.
Yeah, no. It was the game master that we play with on weekends. So it's like, wow, that was a. What is it? It would be like, wow, that was a bunch of business. Hold on, Steve. I want to make a halfling rogue named Bunch of Business.
Yeah.
You can have that if you want. Those at home.
Bunch of business.
Bunch of business.
Bunch of business. He's got a
Mr.
bunch
Wright,
of business to do.
Your cross-examination, please. Okay, Nick. Close. Real close. She may be acting tough now. Put her on the spot. She's sure to falter.
Well, if you put her on the pot, then she'll just be like, whoa, dude.
Oh, I was thinking of just like it's like a garden pot. I guess the joke doesn't work.
I guess there's a toilet joke you could make there too somewhere.
I'm on the pot! As my father once said, shut the door, I'm trying to poop!
Smoking pot on the pot with a plant pot.
Oh yeah, was it someone eating a sandwich on a big speaker on a submarine, and it's like, eating a sub on a sub on a sub.
That's amazing.
Find the key you need to twist the truth. Find the key you need to twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right. Okay. I think we're in the final dash.
Oh,
man.
we're in the end game now.
We're in the home stretch. Whatever football analogy. I don't know sports.
The home stretch of football.
I was with Seleno back. Object to
We're
that.
in the back nine of football.
It's the bottom of the ninth. Hut,
We're
hike.
in that final inning of football. We're 30 love in football.
Just combine baseball with
We're
football.
2 under par in football.
Wait, that's golf.
I've been doing non-football things this whole time.
Yeah, I know, but I've only know the baseball and the golf one. I don't know what any of those other ones were.
I'm trying to think of more sports where
Something about croquet, I guess. I don't know.
Faker just got a good mid lane cheese gank and football
With Sonic and Knuckles.
with Sonic and Knuckles. And I see that Sonic Fox is in the lead in football. I'm just doing esports now. I don't know what esports.
Oh my god, we gotta finish this. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 o'clock for the rehearsal. So I'd say it was done.
As they say in football, it was a real slam dunk.
Stop! Oh my god. When exactly did you... wait, now I'm trying to think of like a reverse one. Just like as we say in basketball, the hut hike.
As we say in basketball, we need a Hail Mary.
Yeah, as we say in basketball, touchdown.
We need a long pass.
As we say in golf, fuck, I don't know sports.
Yeah, you ever in the middle of a golf game and someone just decides to go with the blitz tactic, just tackles you?
I don't even know what that means. The blitz tactic? That's when someone just tackles you?
It's when you and your little brother are playing a Madden game and one of you goes, wait a minute, what happens if you just press the tackle button? Just everyone tackles across the field like a frog? Which, by the way, sounded like a great idea at the time. Because our skills were perfectly matched.
That sounds amazing.
The only one who can defeat me, a little boy who is terrible at playing Madden, is another little boy who's terrible at playing Madden.
I challenge you in a children's card game.
Of course.
When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive?
He's up by 3,000 life points in football.
With Sonic and Knuckles. About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes.
And he's just tapped 3 mana in football.
Press harder. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Damn it, woman! Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh? Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? But look, go to the record.
She's stuffing a body into a Springlock suit in football. That's a bold choice, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for her.
You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? I thought that before he said it.
He's performing the rites and splitting the 7th seal in football.
Judge, stop talking about sports. You got a trial to conduct here.
Gonna have to give you a red card in football. Wait, hold on. That works if you're talking about like football, international football, not American football. Because then it's just football.
Yeah, it's just soccer. A football is a football, unless it's football.
Just for future reference, when I say football, I mean American football. As you can tell by my accent.
Yeah, if you're like anywhere besides the U.S., football here, it's like American football.
Yeah. It should be. What was it? It should just be called like hand egg.
Yeah,
you hold it in your hand
it's always
and
bothered me. Because like even as a kid, I always thought like, wouldn't soccer be football? And then I learned that like, yes, everywhere else, and I was like, why are we the weird ones?
Oh man, can you imagine if like we refixed football for like international stage? We just made it more like rugby, and also like all the yard lines were switched with like meter lines.
I don't know what that means. I don't know sports.
It was in the distance you go is measured in yards. So instead of yards, you measure it in meters. You just redo the paint. Yeah, the whole 9 meters.
The whole 9 meters.
The witness will continue her testimony.
The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. Hold it! Mr. Powers.
As they say in football, this is a real grand slam.
Stop.
I will not. Where did my phone go? I was
going to
look up more sports.
Are you just looking up
More
sports
sports analogies, yeah.
Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he was. Did no one go to call him? Remember what? Remember me. That's a game, isn't it?
No, it's a song in... What was that movie called?
Coco.
Coco, yes!
Yeah, but it was also a game, wasn't it?
It sounds like it could have been a game.
Yeah. I don't know. There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm? You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Press harder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered the murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person?
Thinking about sports now. I have to agree with the defense on this one.
Thanks, Judge. It's nice to sometimes have you on my side. Judge, get off your phone. We're in a trial here.
Oh, hold on. Hold your horses, which is a sports analogy they use in football. This is really coming down to the wire, which I'm definitely sure comes from football.
Everything is football!
What I'm saying is that you don't... Let's hold on. You want to be first past the post. Or do you do? I don't know my analogies. I don't know why all of these horses are here on the football stadium.
Why are there so many horses in the football stadium?
Well, Mr. Vasquez.
Who parked their horses
in
on my
football
stadium?
Sir, this is an Arby's. Then why are the horses here?
Oh my god,
Sir, you're still wearing your VR set. Oh man.
Oh, well, now we gotta calm him down.
I'm waiting for...
Dude, you put in Dead Space.
Has that not been a practical joke yet, where like someone wanders around like a public space with a VR set, pretending that they can't see stuff, and then like people narrowly...
I can't imagine it hasn't happened yet, but I was just thinking of World Doctors, where it's like, calm him down by putting the thing...
Make him feel
put in
cool.
Dead Space.
Give him sunglasses. Give him 6. Give him an Oculus Rift.
Give him an Oculus Rift.
There's zombies and babies and stuff.
Ah, you put in Dead Space.
Which is funny, because I'm pretty sure they never made Dead Space for VR. Which I want to say, oh yeah, that'd be terrifying, but it would ruin part of the aesthetic of the over-the-shoulder seeing your health bar on your own back. Because that was like a key thing. Now, if you could do the third-person thing where basically you feel like you're a giant head floating behind them, that would be cool. Because I've seen that done, and I really like the idea. It's like just watching a little person climb a little mountain.
I have never played Dead Space, but I really want to.
Dude, we gotta stream Dead Space.
We gotta, but like...
You got to play the Dead.
It's not on PS4, though.
It's not on PS4?
No.
What
I've looked,
is this?
like, hundreds of times.
Oh, wait, hold on. Do you still have a PS3?
I do, but PS3 can't stream on Twitch. It's not hooked up to it. Otherwise, I'd be streaming all sorts of PS3 games. The PS5 is supposed to be backwards compatible with, like, everything, which means if I get a PS5, there'll be, like, no limit to what we can stream on PlayStation.
There'll be no limit. It shall be unlimited power.
It'll be amazing. Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting that location. No one noticed who was missing. Oh, poor guy. Poor Powers!
I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue. Well, Powers was an unknown, a dark horse, as they say in football.
No one managed to have all that power. No, that's a song.
Yeah. I saw the Team Fortress 2 version of that, where it's just a bunch of Team Fortress 2 characters in like an elaborate like zoom out, where like there's just more and more elaborate rings of characters pointing at things.
I immediately cut the list and Power shut up. Press. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing.
It was silent, completely silent. So he stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Bless you.
Excuse me.
You right there? Yeah, God. Then silence. Dead silence. Silence.
Hey, Nick.
What's up?
Bother. Why's everyone so quiet? Supposed to do something to lighten things up.
Banana hammock.
And then I went and ruined it by saying something stupid like...
Banana hammock.
Oh no, I was gonna say what they said, which is, my penis is a Tyrannosaurus!
Oh. No, I was just thinking of like,
Power! Okay.
I was thinking of like Scrubs. There's a scene where like, there's a really awkward situation and JD's in the middle of it and he's like, quick, say something to pay attention. And he's just like, banana hammock! And they just look at him like, fuck? The security lady, old bag. Oh, yeah. Press that. Old bag. The security lady? Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Right. The Steel Samurai. Press harder. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Every time I look at it, it makes me laugh, because I'm a sadistic fuck.
I was thinking about...
Judge, stop with the football!
You know, when you're watching the football and they have trouble turning into the corner, you know, one of them flips over.
You talking about NASCAR?
It's football, clearly football.
Of course. Oh my god.
You ever play that game, Diddy Kong Football?
Man, we're so
got the little hovercrafts and you play football in them.
We're so close to finishing this.
I'm sorry, audience. Right, your line.
Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. Press it! No, I just realized. Remember when we were about to present the wrong evidence and they were like, don't do it?
Yeah.
It didn't take away any of the patient's bars. So that's neat. You asked to be left out. You asked to be left out? Yes.
Oh, hey, Jackie.
It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. Well, you can't just decide who the police will and won't question.
I hope I got that on mic. He sniffed the microphone.
Oh, Jackie boy. He is the best boy. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved, thus they covered up for us. Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? Mafia lady? There must have been a lot riding on it with all those big wigs at the meeting.
What if the big wigs at the meeting were the professionals?
Oh.
They just have big wigs on.
Just big wigs. The guy got like those big like powder wigs from like the founding...
Had a wig for his wig,
like,
had a brain for his heart.
Yeah, for like the founding fathers era.
Who'll kick you apart? Who'll kick you apart? Ooh.
I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Press! The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Press harder. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess.
Oh,
The judge is washing his hands right now. I'm just imagining like that, like underneath the dialogue box is just a sink where the judge is just constantly washing
like a full
his
washing
hands.
basin down there.
He starts like trimming his beard up.
Just goes back and he's just got bubbles all over the beard area. Like he's meticulously like doing that barbershop thing where you run a comb through your beard and then you trim it through the comb.
Yeah.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please continue.
Oh, we got an objection.
Your Honor, I have no objection to the witness's last statement.
You have an objection?
I have an objection. Your Honor, I am having a stroke.
Your Honor, this prosecutor seems to be having some sort of stroke right now.
I have an objection to the witness's last statement.
Huh?
Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She wouldn't have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth! What you have just said is stupid. It's a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, and regardless of how the court sees my role here.
Oh no! We've been streaming for so long that my laptop is finally in need of charging.
Plug in your laptop before we stream. You know.
Bro, it was like a full battery when we started streaming.
I don't know. Lower the brightness a little bit.
I guess.
Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation?
I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me.
The Season 1 villain shows up to fight the Season 2 villain.
Yeah, right. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well. Witness to change of testimony to reflect this reason. Goes back to behind his desk and he's like writing out, like, I'll write Grand Slam, check. Hail Mary, check. Horse puns, question mark. Nearly won by a nose back there, as they say in football.
I'm just imagining the judge, like, furiously writing this, but he's got, like, the same kind of energy that Jim Gordon has in the Harley Quinn cartoon, except
he's
obsession
full
with
of
football. He's
nervous
just like,
obsession.
and then I'll say... And then I'll make this analogy right here. Yes, and he's got like, he's just holding a cup of coffee that's shaking furiously in his hand.
It's just in his hand. The notepad just says, "Compare criminality to skin condition." You're a weird thing on the thingy on the skin of the Gotham.
I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind.
And I'm the ointment.
So I guess looks like that's the last one. Hold it. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director.
You have to find something to peg this on her here. Or everything we've done till now will have wasted. Believe me, Nick. Go get him. Get him! Get him!
Oh, well, fuck, now I don't know. Do I need some kind of evidence? Oh, wait, no, I didn't mean to press. I wanted to look up my evidence. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Yeah, shut up.
It's not what I want.
Sure,
I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want.
Look at how big Phoenix's hands are when he, like, slams the desk.
Yeah. Did I drop my
What are you looking for? What are you freaking out about?
I think my phone fell off the side. Oh, there it is.
Oh, good job. Okay, so what do we do here?
All right. Powers.
I don't know.
Guy.
Called the police, then power showed up. Security lady. I don't know, let's just run it through again. Nope. Nothing. So I left them behind. What do we do, Taylor?
Something's not adding up.
I'm stuck. We're stuck. We're so close to being done with this.
Curse my obsession with sports analogies!
I don't know, man.
Alright, so... Alright, can I scroll through these?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. This is a rare moment. That's the wrong button. Oh, it's not the shoulder buttons, it's something else.
It's the direction pad.
No one was there when they found the body, say. Powers is absent. Back to the trailer to get my script.
Do you think that pipe is like loaded with weed and that's why she's so calm about everything?
No. She actually doesn't smoke. She's got that that herbal blend stuff that they use in movies to make things look like they're smoking.
Right.
I'm honestly kind of stuck.
Look it up on your phone.
Have you pressed all the things?
Well, yeah, I pressed all the things. Just I don't know. At this point, just look it up on your phone, cause like it's. This is a head scratcher right here.
Ah! Wait.
What?
Okay, the last thing she said, go to the last thing she says.
I figured that's what it was gonna be.
Alright.
Evidence?
And stop, and that's where it is. Because, she said that Hammer had been injured, but it was Powers who got hurt during rehearsal. It's just that it was Powers who got hurt during rehearsal. Hammer was walking like him, I guess.
So, do I need to show some evidence, or?
Yeah! The Powers photo would probably work. Hold on. Yeah.
Powers
photo?
You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, if it was the Steel Samurai who was injured, it was Will Powers! What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. That's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning.
So he's what?
Yeah,
oh, you had your mic.
I'm having all sorts of problems over here right now. That person was Mr. Powers. Why am I talking like Steve Vasquez?
That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez, you saw Hammer limping. Yeah?
Yes. I think she saw him limping.
Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manila. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Oh, wait, that was your line. I skipped over it. It said yes, but...
Wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yeah, but he was imitating the Steel Samurai to get past the camera,
yeah.
I thought.
I don't know. Yes, but remember...
The security guard lady.
Yeah. Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg, too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Ah!
And when was he doing this?
Tuesday, when the club was going up.
I was expecting you to come up with some other sports analogy.
Oh, game night?
Super Bowl Sunday.
The Super Bowl, a famous baseball sport. Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered.
Exactly! Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning.
Order! Order again! I think that's enough. It's very orderly. Witness, can you refute this claim? I don't speak
I only speak breath.
You speak breath, I speak breath. I only speak in gasps. I understand. It says our computer's fine.
Perfect! Whoosh, throws the computer, just blows up into the desert sand.
There you go.
Yeah, let's see it. That's more World Doctors for you. Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Because they don't want to be caught. Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Judge, stop looking up sports analogies. You gotta try the
I'm checking the... Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? There is a reason. It's unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Of course I can prove it. Okay. I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder.
Look at this photograph.
This photograph? Or this photograph?
No.
Or... this photograph.
The long-term blackmail.
This is my proof. This is... oh, that's you.
Photo from the...
No, I'm reading your lines. How do you like it, Chedgy boy?
Makes my life easier. He looks back into his phone at sports analogies. Yeah, this is a real... It's nothing but net, as they say in the footballs.
This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez?
Bring the translator in here.
5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame.
He's playing the Duke of Tennis.
Yeah, apparently. Duke of Tennis. I got that! I got that reference!
Thank you.
Took me a minute, but it clicked. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom.
His guilt weighed him down, no doubt.
However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change.
Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate.
Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. I heard a bing. We're talking about motives here, and you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. Almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright? Please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. Give me just a moment.
Yeah, at this point, we're just trying to get through this. Okay. Allow me to present to the court evidence proving Miss Vasquez's motive.
You didn't wait for me to tell you if we should do a thing. Okay.
Oh, we should do a thing. Wait, what were you guys saying? I thought you meant wait while I look at my phone for something.
Yeah, but you didn't wait. You clicked something.
Yeah, I was gonna go to the evidence thing so that you just...
Well, that was incorrect.
What? That was Oh!
Oh.
I picked the wrong thing.
Yes!
Oh no. What do I do?
Can you go back?
I don't know.
If not, then, yeah, I don't know, give him the badge.
This is my proof.
And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer.
I'd say all it proves is that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. Erk.
Mr. Wright, this court requests that you find your marbles immediately.
Find the marbles?
I'm afraid I'll have to penalize you for this waste of court's time. Find your marbles immediately. Nick, we're so close, seriously, though. You gotta listen to me this time.
Yeah, okay, alright. I thought we were gonna be presenting more evidence!
Me too. But, it's actually right, she had no motive here. That doesn't mean that
she had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense.
What's that now?
It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
What?
What?
That was my what?
Well, she also did a what?
She did.
Your Honor? Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Oh no, she broke her thing.
Well, I guess I'm quitting that habit.
So you did do it, didn't you? Yes, I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance! There's blood everywhere! We're too late! Ah! Miss Vasquez! What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, no. How could this? Manuel was the guy that got killed. It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel. But don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No. Please don't die. Please.
So it wasn't just blackmail, it was that she blamed him for the death.
Yeah, Manuel was like her lover, I guess.
Probably.
Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again.
Mr. Edgeworth! I was really moved by that. Mr. Edgeworth! Where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. When my eyes stopped working, I should really put this moonshine down. Mr. Wright!
Yes, Your Honor?
Remember not to drink moonshine. Anything made from tree bark is going to cause temporary to permanent blindness. Seriously. It appears it brought you about yet another miracle.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. I mean, did you consider how it was set up, though? I mean, we had to go through so many layers.
Did you consider the coconut?
We got just given out layers of flavor there. You didn't even consider the coconut. Okay, so why did you want to have the defense attorney erased instead of just being like, oh yeah, this I killed this guy in self-defense? Like, self-defense would have been like so straightforward.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
So basically, Jack accidentally killed her boyfriend or husband or whoever it was, and so she was like, I'll cover this up, but like, you're my bitch now. And then he got tired of being her bitch and was like, ooh, I'm gonna kill you. And then she was like, I think not.
I think, yeah, this is fairly straightforward. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, who I guess he's somewhere around here, not guilty.
Fuck.
You see how I said that? Oh, yeah, here's some confetti, by the way.
I love that there's always confetti.
Sorry, that was for a bar mitzvah lady today. I rented out the courtroom.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. That is all. This court is adjourned.
October 20th, 112 p.m.
Thanks for like just topping that off with a mazel tov. That was mwah.
Definitely love you, no datri. I mean, it's not a word you really get to use that often.
No,
so
no,
like,
no. I mean, maybe not you get to use it very often. I don't think you're very Jewish.
Well, whatever, man. I'm not Jewish, so. I don't know what to say. I can't remember the voice for this guy. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay.
It's been so long since I've talked. I don't remember my voice.
I read Phoenix's line with his voice because picture association.
And next you're going to say,
yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for the murder? It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh?
I don't
Tell me.
Why
Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
Good question.
Show evidence. Well, this is what I think.
Oh yeah, give me a...
Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because he wanted to be the Steel Samurai, right?
Hold on.
Oh, alright, yeah.
Path of Glory album.
The what? Oh! Path to Glory.
The album! Path to Glory.
Take that! I love that! I like to imagine he actually yells that to them when he's doing this. He's just like, take that!
Right in front of him.
just like...
Guard walks over. Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop that shouting. It's making people nervous.
It's like Skyrim reference. It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai.
They did surgery on a crate.
You're never gonna let that go, are you?
No, it was pretty neat technology.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Grapes have very thin skin.
Whoa, technology.
Oh, technology.
Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I.
Congratulations, whoop!
Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more.
Actually...
It got canceled.
Well, it got canceled and this costume got incinerated.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty
Because
costume.
I'll have to go in my fallback and put on some glasses. I have a bachelor's in legal.
Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth.
Get egg for Edgeworth.
I do get edge for worth.
Get edge for worth.
I am your character arc. I can't do that. Say something right. I'm not good at small talk.
Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth.
You don't waste any time gloating, do you?
I wasn't trying to... No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for us meddling attorneys.
If it weren't for your meddling attorneys and your stupid psychic.
And your stupid psychic too. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers, Sniff.
For Edgeworth. It's kind of weird. This whole trial is about you, but yeah, you were in this office the whole time. So.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers.
Really? Liar. Oh, okay.
Right.
Edgeworth?
I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings.
Ah, nuts. Now I got the feelings.
I got the feels.
That was actually a thing Harley Quinn said in the Dark Knight's Metal event. Killer Croc winds up, like, sacrificing himself to help everyone, and Harley Quinn's just like, ah, nuts. Now I get the feelings.
Feels.
It was very sad. Unnecessary feelings?
Yes, unease and uncertainty.
That's just life, my dude. Like, we're all constantly feeling that all the time. You were like a
we're
weird
all afraid. It's part of the human
person.
condition. Why do you think I put this tough guy facade? Come on. That was a really good moment in Futurama. It's like, but I'm scared. We're all scared. It's part of the human condition. Why do you think I put on this tough guy's facade? Come on.
Got a point? Aren't those kind of necessary?
They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. She got a big ol' onion booty. Make the world cry.
I will remember
you. Make that world cry, Mr. Phoenix.
Come with me and make that world cry with me, Edgeworth. When you fall off the horse, you get back up and you make the world
over
cry.
spilt onion booty. Don't ever show your face in front of me again.
Oh,
don't talk to me or my son ever again. That's what I came here to tell you. Bruh, I can't help it if we're on the same case. That's just how it be.
Yeah, really.
We probably go to the same, I don't know, suit stores.
Yeah, I mean, we probably go to the same gym. See you at the supermarket. You think they like run into each other at the supermarket and it's just like, oh, right, Mr. Wright, Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
The only thing, well, I'm just imagining like at the gym because like there's like so much social contract when you're at the gym and you're in the locker room and you're like, all right, I don't see anyone, no one else in here exists, no one else in here is here. As long as I don't bump into anyone, everything's fine. So it's just out of the corner of your eye, you just see a guy with silver hair who's like putting on his shorts. He's like, oh god, it's him.
Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals! Like Pokemans. Right, Nick?
For now we are, I guess.
All this lawyering has me hungry. Seriously though, I don't think any of us
go for a steak right now.
Huh? How do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
Well, you see, we were lovers long ago.
We were Swiss lovers in a past life.
And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. Ooh. They went back to marketing kids shows again. Ooh. Oh my god, what Sailor Moon... What Sailor Moon nonsense
Pink
is this?
Princess! Nick! This is it. This is the new show that starts today. You're gonna watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy trading cards too, okay? You have to trade with Cody and that assistant.
Fine, I'll do it. Dude, I will totally trade cards with Cody and the assistant.
And then, like, Grossberg shows up and he's trading. He's part of the scene.
Yeah, hey, I see you have cards for trading. I don't know why I
forgot.
Gave him that
yeah, I gave him like a old-timey Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what I was
Good day for card trading. Oh, what a capital idea.
To fine day for lawyering.
Be careful around these parts, there's card poachers.
What do you think?
Isn't it great that Whoop gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers.
He's got a lot of feelings, which is why he'd be perfect for you.
The end. Holy bananas! That was 2.5 hours, everybody. That is the next chapter, which I think might be the last chapter.
I'm dying.
A brand new episode has begun.
What? Don't click it.
Ah,
don't
no!
click.
I clicked it. Oh no, I was clicking it to save the content. Yes,
yeah,
I saved the content. I saved the content. I save it sporadically. And then I say to you good people, thank you so much for watching. We did it! We did it! Oh, hell yeah!
High five on the other hand.
Oh, hell yeah! High five with both hands.
Yeah.
Oh, up high.
Down
low. Too slow,
Fist
not
bumps.
too slow. Fist bumps. Where's
Hand wiggles.
Hand wiggles.
Arm wiggles.
Arm wiggles. Hugs.
I'm having a brain
Hugs.
Okay. So, thank you so much for joining us on this most momentous of occasions.
Yeah,
and we look very much forward. Well, I certainly look very much forward to the next episode.
Super deluxe, mega, extra long cut edition of our stream. Holy crap! I don't think we did one that long since like we won the last case.
Let's just start. Next time I come over, let's just start at like 8 or something.
Okay.
That way, I'm not going to home at like 11 or
we
whatever.
can be here by 8. Be here before.
Let's do it early.
Yeah, all right.
So, thank you so much for watching. I've been Taylor.
I've been Lujak.
I've been Taylor.
And I've been Lujak.
And
Where
have a great day.
From?
I have an extra pocket for outros. More outros means more human. Have a great day.
Take care.
Oh no, it's take care.
Oh, fuck, no, we did it. Oh, goddamn it. We'll fix it in post.
It's take care.
Stay awesome.
Have a beautiful day.
And we'll see you next time.
And get all your 3-pointers and footballs.
Yeah, football analogies. Bye!